Hello again. This tutorial is for a sunflower granny square. It's another of the squares that I've been doing tutorials for. I'm using double knitting yarn and a 5mm hook. The colours used are a dark brown, a bright yellow, a green and a black to finish off the square. We're going to start with the brown yarn. And we need to form a slip knot onto the hook. We're then going to chain 5 and join with a slip stitch into that first chain to form a ring. Into the ring we're going to work 12 double crochets. The first double will be a 3 chain. There we go. Followed by 11 doubles to give 12 stitches altogether. So there we've got the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just in case anybody's not sure what the double crochet is, I'm using US terms. It's yarn over, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. We've now got the 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to slip stitch into the top of the 3 chains that we did as the starting stitch. Pull through the yarn to fasten off. We're now going to use the yellow yarn, and again we're going to do a slip knot onto the hook, and then we're going to join into any of the doubles from the previous row with a slip stitch. The next part of the square is going to be treble 3 together. So the first stitch as a treble will be 4 chain. We'll only do this on the first petal. Then yarn over twice, into that same stitch, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, but we're not going to do the third leg of the treble. We're going to leave that loop on the hook. Yarn over twice, into the same stitch, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and we're going to then yarn over and through all 3 at the same time. Chain 2, and then into the next double from the previous row we're going to do a treble 3 together. So yarn over twice, into the stitch, pick up a loop, yarn over once, yarn over twice, but we don't do the third yarn over. We're going to yarn over 2 again, into that same stitch, pick up a loop, yarn over once, yarn over twice, but not the third time. And again, to make the 3 trebles together, yarn over twice, into the stitch, pick up a loop, yarn over once, yarn over twice, and then this time we have the 4 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 4 at the same time. Chain 2, and then we're going to do exactly the same into each of the stitches from the previous row. So it's yarn over twice, into the stitch, pick up a loop, yarn over once, yarn over twice, yarn over twice, into the stitch, pick up a loop, yarn over through two, yarn over through two but not the third, yarn over twice, into the stitch, pick up a loop, yarn over once, yarn over twice, and then we go through all 4 of the loops at the same time. Chain 2, and then again we're going to treble 3 together into each of the stitches until we've got the 12 petals. So yarn over twice, into the next stitch, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2 loops, yarn over through 2 loops, leaving the extra loop on the hook, yarn over twice, into the stitch, pick up a loop, yarn over 2, yarn over 2, yarn over twice, into the stitch, pick up a loop, yarn over 2, yarn over 2, and then because we've done the 3 trebles, we're now going to yarn over and pull through all 4 loops at the same time. Chain 2, yarn over twice, into the next stitch, where again we're going to work a treble 3 together. Chain 2 in between, and then into the next stitch again we're going to treble 3 together. You may need to just pause the video or rewind just back if you're not sure how these petals are actually worked. Chain 2 in between, and then on to the next. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We should have 6 stitches to do the final 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So into the stitch, pick up the loop, yarn over 2, yarn over 2, and then a third one gives the treble 3 together, yarn over and through all 4 stitches, 2 chains in between each petal, and the third the treble, and then when we've got the 4 loops on the hook, yarn over and through all 4. Yarn over and through the 4, chain 2, and into the next stitch we work another treble 3 together. Chain 2, and the same again into the next stitch with a treble 3 together. Chain 2, we should now have 11 petals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've got 1 stitch left where we're going to do the final treble 3 together. Chain 2, we're going to join into the top of the first petal with a slip stitch, pull the yarn through and fasten off. We're now ready to work in the green, and this row is going to square off the circle. The green yarn, again we're going to join with a slip knot onto the hook, and we're going to start between any of the petals into the 2 chain space where we join with a slip stitch. We're now back working double crochets. The first one will be a 3 chain, and that's going to count as the first double, and then 2 more doubles, which is yarn over, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. So we've worked 3 doubles into this first chain space, followed by chain 2, and we're going to work another 3 doubles into that same 2 chain space. Chain 1, into the next 2 chain space we're going to work 3 double crochets, chain 1, and then into the next 2 chain space again we're going to work 3 doubles, followed by chain 1. Into the next 2 chain space we're back onto a corner where we're going to work 3 doubles, chain 2, and another 3 doubles into that same 2 chain space, followed by a chain 1. Into the next 2 chain spaces we're going to work 3 doubles with a chain in between. So we've got 1, 2 and 3, chain 1 and 3 into the next one, 2 and 3, chain 1. And we're now again going to do another corner, so into the next 2 chain space we're going to work the 3 doubles, chain 2 and 3 doubles, chain 1. Into the next 2 chain space we work 3 doubles, chain 1 and 3 doubles into the next 2 chain space. Chain 1, and again we're back into a corner. So we've got the 3 doubles, oops, start that one again, 1, 2 and 3, chain 2 and another 3 doubles into that same 2 chain space, chain 1. We've got the final 2 chain spaces where we're going to work 3 double, chain 1, 3 doubles, we do a final chain 1 and we're going to join with a slip stitch into the 3rd chain of the starting stitch. We're then going to snip off the yarn and pull through to fasten off. So we've now got the square shape ready for the final row. For this final row I've decided to use a black yarn because I'm going to join all of my squares together eventually to make a sunflower blanket. So we join again with a slip knot onto the hook, and we're going to start in the chain space between the corner block of 3 and the next one. Just join it with a slip stitch, work 2 chain, and this is going to count as the first half double. We're now going to work a half double in each of the next 3 stitches. The half double is yarn over, into the stitch, pick up the loop, yarn over, and we come through all 3 together. And we do that into all 3 of the doubles from the previous row. We then do a half double into the chain space and a half double into each of the next 3 stitches. A half double into the next chain space, and then a half double into each of the next 3 stitches. This brings us to the corner where we're going to do a half double into the 2 chain space, followed by chain 2 and another half double into that same 2 chain space, and then work a half double into each of the doubles from the previous row, and also 1 half double into the chain space in between the blocks of 3, and we just carry on all the way around, working the half doubles each stitch and each of the chain spaces until we get back into the corner. 1, 2 and 3, and then in the corner we're going to do a half double, 2 chain and a half double, and then again we're back to the half double in each of the doubles and each of the chain spaces in between, all along until we reach the next corner. There's the last 3 on this side. Back into the corner stitch where we're going to work 1 half double, 2 chain and a half double, followed by the half double in each stitch until we reach the end of the row. Into the final corner, a half double, 2 chain, a half double, and then we're going to do a half double in each of the last 3 stitches, and we'll join into the second chain of the starting stitch with a slip stitch, fasten off the yarn and pull through, and there we've got the sunflower granny square. These will join together with a joining single crochet as in one of my other tutorials. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please subscribe to my channel and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.